Let's get started. We want to welcome everybody to the Business Fundamental Fridays. We're so excited to get started today, and we want to welcome you all and appreciate you all for being here. And those that are watching the replay, we're glad that you're watching the replay. As I mentioned before, Kelly Frazier more than likely will not be on the call today. She's on vacation. She was going to try to call in, but since she's not in by now, I'm guessing she won't be. So we miss her. She'll be on next week. Um, what we wanted to do before we get into the teaching moment is last week we told you guys about a trip that we're taking to Kenya this year. And Scott went last year to Kenya. We joined a group called World Teacher Aid, where we're helping educate and feed children. And so what we'd like to do is help you guys get involved and help you guys learn a little bit more. I know a lot of you guys said last week that you wanted to get involved, and we want to get our Business Fundamental Fridays community involved in some way. So we put up a website called helpkidsinkenya.com. And I'm going to go over to that quick. Now keep in mind the website is not all the way finished, but we just wanted to show you guys anyways. As we still got a couple pages that don't have text and such. But if you click on this little boy here when you first get there, a video will pop up and we'll start playing, and you guys will learn a little bit more about why we're doing this and how you guys can get involved and hopefully leave a generous donation. Every dollar donated provides 30 meals, and in that video we explain a little bit more. And so far, again, we haven't even launched this yet, but total meals donated, we've got 450 total meals donated. Now, our goal before we go to Kenya next month is we want to reach 100,000 meals. So everything helps, guys. $1, $5. And the cool thing, if you hit the donate button, this is all through PayPal. You can enter the amount that you want and hit donate now, or you got these other ones if you want to donate 25, 35. And for those that donate $100 or more, we're going to put your name on a plaque, and we're going to be taking that plaque to Kenya and hanging it and presenting it to the kids and hanging it up on the wall. So we just wanted to, we don't want to take a lot of time about that, but head over to helpkidsinkenya.com. We'll also be sending a couple emails out to you guys on our email subscriber list. And we'd love for you guys to get involved. And the cool thing too is we're going to be blogging and journaling and taking a lot of video when we do go to Kenya, and we'll be sharing that here on helpkidsinkenya.com. Scott, do you have anything
One,
about?
yeah, one thing cool about World Teacher Aid is that they do everything they possibly can to get 100% of the donations straight to the kids. There's not a lot of overhead, and so they try to get 100% of every penny that's donated to help the kids. So that's cool. Your money goes straight to them.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so let's get right back into the teaching moment. We appreciate you guys letting us take some time to share with you. We're really passionate about helping these kids in Kenya. So today's teaching moment is about technology challenges. Does everyone have them? And I'll be teaching that moment today. Now, technology. Okay, you can see this sign here, this way and that way. So the problem lies a lot of times where technology comes up, whether it's a computer. Okay, what kind of computer should I get? What kind of camera should I get? I'm going to be doing a lot of videos. What kind of blog should I use? What kind of video software should I use to get my videos? Should I use YouTube? Should I use this? Should I use that? This way, that way. There's so many different options. And the funny thing is we're getting ready to go to Kenya next month, or in July, yeah, next month. And yesterday, Scott spent a lot of time getting things for our video camera, right, Scott?
Yep.
And there were so many options, and we're trying to figure out, should we get a boom mic? Should we get this kind of mic? Should we get that kind of mic? There was
Right.
this way, that way. And we were trying to figure out, what should we take to Kenya to really get these videos really good. And it was just crazy. I couldn't believe it. And so there's always this way or that way. There's always tons of technology challenges, tons of technology options. But here's what I
Well,
want. Go ahead,
Even
Scott.
just finding, with that example, even just the research I did on finding the right mics took me almost the whole day.
Yeah, it literally, he was over there in his office just going crazy trying to figure this out. It was just crazy nuts. But so the bottom line, what I'm trying to get across is all of us have technology challenges. They're just a little bit different. Some of us consider ourselves technology challenged, you know, and that's fine. But what I want you guys to do is just choose. Okay? Just choose. Choose your poison, whether it's a Mac or PC, right? So I use a Mac, Scott uses a PC. You know, choose your poison. Just choose. Caroline's saying she uses PC. Okay? It doesn't matter. Just choose. The bottom line is just choose something. So Scott spent a lot of time yesterday. We ended up just choosing some things. Okay? Now, this is an image I found at takeactiontour.com. I just loved it. Just choose, take action. Okay, the biggest thing that I think successful people do and outstanding people is they take action. Okay, no matter the technology challenge. Okay, should I use WordPress? Should I use Blogger? Should I use this video software? Should I use this camera? Should I use this computer? The bottom line is successful people take action. They do what is needed to take action to just get things done. But a lot of you are probably thinking, well, Garrett, you know, I don't know what to do. I don't know what kind of software to use. I don't know what this, what that. Well, I'm going to give you some tips here in a second. But Henry Ford said, and this is one of my favorite quotes, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right, by Henry Ford. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Isn't that powerful? So there's two options really. When it comes down to technology, there's two options. Do it yourself or outsource it. Okay, do it yourself or outsource it. Those are really the only two options you have. And so if you do want to do it yourself, here's some suggestions that have helped me. Um, Go to youtube.com. Let's say you want to find out what is the best camera, for example. What is the best camera for shooting video? Well, there's a lots of ways or areas on YouTube where you can search and find out reviews and find out what people are saying and see different ideas of what cameras shoot different ways. And the funny thing is, yesterday when Scott was looking at a lot of those things for the camera that we just got and some of the accessories that we needed, he was looking at videos and YouTube videos and seeing what would work best and seeing some examples. So now, the other thing is, let's say you're having a problem with technology and you don't know whether to use WordPress or Blogger. Well, go to youtube.com and see, just start typing in and see what videos are out there of people that are showing you how to use these different kinds of software and see which one best fits you and which will best work for you. Another website is ehow.com and howcast.com. So these are just different ways to help you with technology. If you ever have any question, and you want to do it yourself, then I would suggest go to YouTube, eHow, or howcast.com. Now, let's say you don't want to do it and you don't know how to do it. You don't want to spend the time and resources or money to do it. So the next option is to outsource it. And this is the option that I would suggest. This is what I think has helped Scott and I become successful in our lives is we've learned how when we don't know how to do something, we find somebody that knows how to do it and then we outsource it to them. We pay them and we negotiate with them on what we need from them and then we ask them to do it and we hire them to do it. So here are some areas where you can find freelancers to outsource your technology challenges to. Elance.com, Guru.com, or Odesk.com. Those are three of our favorites. Three of them that we've used in the past. Elance.com I think is definitely our favorite, wouldn't you say, Scott?
Yep.
Yeah, so Elance.com is one of our favorites. There's a lot out there, guys. But just if you are going to outsource something, then I've got a couple suggestions. Make sure that you are very clear on what you want the freelancer to do. So, for example, we found that we do not know how to edit videos. Okay, that's just it's not something like Scott. Do you have any clue of how to edit a video?
Not at all.
And neither do
But
I. And
I don't want to know how either.
exactly. I mean, we don't even have video editing software on our computers. And so we decided that, hey, we're not going to figure this out. We're going to outsource it. So we found an awesome video editor. His name's Jason. And we found him on elance.com. And, he's been editing video for us for years. Okay. And he's amazing. And so when we have a project for him, we tell him exactly what we need and he knows exactly what is expected of him. So when you do go to these Elance websites or these freelancer websites to outsource your technology issues, make sure you're very, very specific on what you want before you even hire anybody. And then when you do start getting bids, make sure you add um, sorry, what was I going to say? make sure that you make sure that you look at their portfolio and look at some reviews and look at some other ways that you can find out, is this the person that I need? And a tip that I gave a couple webinars ago when we had this kind of came up is hire them for a mini project, meaning a small project that is um, affordable and that you can just ask that person to do a couple tasks for you really quickly and see how they do. And then once you see how they do, then you'll know if that's the person you want to hire or not. Okay. So, we suggest you outsource your technology challenges. If you do want to do it yourself, then I've already given you suggestions on some areas you can go to figure out how to do things yourself. Now, the bottom
Yeah,
line is again to take action. Okay, that's if you can get anything out of this teaching moment this week with technology and technology challenges is just to do something and move forward. Move
I
forward to get the technology challenge out of the way. And whether you're going to do it yourself or outsource it, just take action and get it done. Scott?
was going to say in our book, The Trust Factor, we have a whole section on outsourcing and one of the things we say specifically in the book is don't become an expert. Don't learn how to do anything that you can outsource, but become an expert at outsourcing.
Right.
So if you can master that skill, then you can do anything.
Yeah, exactly. So that's it, guys. I mean, technology challenges, they're really not a challenge unless you let it be a challenge. Now, I know a lot of you will say, well, Garrett, but if I outsource it, then I'm going to have to spend money and I don't have the money to do that. Well, again, we go back to the two options. You're either going to have to spend the money to help you out, or you're going to have to figure out how to do it yourself. Okay. So, and the thing that we've found is you can get things done pretty cheaply on these outsourcing websites like Elance. It's not that expensive to get help from somebody. Okay. And that's, having this community at the Business Fundamental Fridays and having this community, and each week we open this up to conversation where you guys can ask questions. And if you guys have a question about technology, a lot of times we can help you out or we can guide you in the right direction to help you out. So that's it for the teaching moment. There's a couple things that some people said.
Yeah, Carolyn says outsourcing frees up your time to make money, which is true. I mean,
Yeah.
just think yesterday I spent almost the whole day looking up stupid microphones because I don't know anything about it. But if I had somebody that was an expert that I could just go to, probably could have answered that for me in 10 minutes and I could have been done.
Right.
But when it comes to outsourcing, you have experts. You've got people
Yeah.
that you can, and you can just go to them and they can take care of things for you and you can focus on what you do best.
Exactly, exactly. Brenny asks if you guys can get Jason's email, talking about Jason, our video editor. Definitely. Let's see. I don't know if he wants us to give his email address. I'll find out, Brenny, if we can, and then I'll post it in the shoot. I don't want to post his email address on Facebook. I'll find a way, Brenny, that we can get his information to you. Actually, I think here's what we'll do. We've got a video that we created that has his information, and I'll get that to you guys. So I'll look for that here in a second after we get through to the question and answer. But that's a great question. He's an amazing video editor, and he's very affordable. Okay, so James from Vermont says, "Sorry I'm late." It's okay, James. We're happy to have you here. Let's see. Wanda, well, I think it's Wanda's first time. Thanks, Wanda, for this. She says, "I find that bartering works well," and that's a great tip, Wanda, because if you can find a way to barter with somebody, meaning, and we've done this before actually. We've done it with Jason a couple times too, where we were able to say, "Hey, Jason, we'll do something for you if you'll do something for us," and we've got certain strengths, and that person's got certain strengths, so we've traded services. So that's a great tip.
Well, Garrett, one of the best examples of bartering I've ever heard is your lawn mowing. So this is a funny story. Garrett, every week he comes and tells me how nice his lawn looks, and it just bugs me so bad. But anyway, what he did was he went to a guy that mows lawns, and he's like, or did they come to you? I can't remember. But basically, they made a deal where if Garrett would make him a website, and the guy would mow his lawn and take care of it for free, and he shovels the snow in the winter, so Garrett never has to do any lawn care, and Garrett outsourced the website, so he didn't
Yeah,
even have to make it.
exactly. Yeah, well, and the cool thing too is I made the website, and he's made a lot of money from that website. He's gotten lots of jobs from it, so he's very happy to mow my lawn each week, and it was the greatest barter ever. So thanks, Wanda, for that great tip. Um, let's see. So it looks like a lot of you guys are already starting to ask questions, but before we get into question and answer, we just want to remind you about next week's webinar next Friday, July 6th at 1 p.m. Kelly's going to be teaching that one. Just ask. It's the only way. So we'll see you next week. But now, question and answer discussion. Just before we get into that quickly, you can raise your hand and you can talk live. Make sure you have a mic, or you can use the chat, which a lot of you guys are familiar with, and you guys are already asking questions, which is great. So keep them coming. So, question and answer guidelines: introduce yourself, be specific, no selling, and keep it short. So being specific really helps us to be able to answer you guys' questions a lot better. Um, so today, think of what are some technology challenges you face today. What are some of your biggest challenges overall in life and business that you guys want us to help you out with? What tip would you like to ask to help you grow your business? What is an action item you've been inspired to take today? One thing quickly before I see a lot of your questions coming, and keep them coming, guys. But Caroline says she pledges $100. Who will match me? Awesome, thanks. And what she's talking about, for those of you guys that came on late, is she's talking about helpkidsinkenya.com. So thank you, Caroline. We'll definitely put your name on the plaque as soon as you donate that. And once those donations do come through, we will see those come through, and we'll see your name, and we just really appreciate all your guys' help. So thanks, Caroline, for pledging $100. um, James asks, I am blogging with my new website. How do I get my site to show up on the top of the search engines? Are there tags I should use and should not use? Awesome. Well, I think the biggest thing, James, that's going to help you is that you are blogging. And blogging is a great way to get traffic and to get on the search engines. Um, and so you're already on your way to getting in the search engines just because you are blogging. The search engines love blogs. Um, One thing that you might want to do is go back through some of our our replays. Let me get out of here quick and go to, if you guys go to youtube.com and you business search Business Fundamental Fridays, okay? And you're going to see all the episodes. So episode 1, episode 2. Um Here is the one, 5 tips to getting more website traffic. James, I think you were on that one, but I suggest you go back and watch that, because in that, the teaching moment and a lot of the questions we answered, we talked about, natural link building, using the right tags, like you're saying, or keywords. So yes, you definitely want to use the right tags. Um, when you say tags I should use and tags I should not use, really the key is just not to overdo it. So just don't use the keywords or tags too much, but definitely use keywords, and that will help you. There's also lots of some people that we follow that, we mentioned in that was, shoot, what's his Scott, what was that? Those two, I can't even think of their names right now. Shoot. It was actually in this episode. We talked about, these two guys, and I just can't think of their names right now off the top of my head. Oh, Leslie Rohde and Dan
Oh, and
Thies.
Dan.
So let me just look here quick. Dan Thies. Oh yeah, SEO Fast Start. Okay, so SEO Fast Start. That's one of theirs. So I would just look for those guys. Um, and everything that they come out with is really, really good. Some of it might cost something, but they have a lot of free information that can help you out. But definitely go back and watch this one. But the thing, James, is you're already on the right track with blogging, and in that episode, I talk a lot about consistency. So search engine optimization and getting ranked in the search engines is all about being consistent and focusing on the right keywords. And in that video, we go into Google Keyword Research Tool. We show you kind of how to use that a little bit. And so hopefully that helps, James. Scott, did you have anything?
Um, just the other thing is video, adding video to your blog. I think that helps too, because
Yeah,
the
adding
search
video.
engines really like video.
Exactly, definitely. Um, let's see. Jenny says, I am having problems with my WordPress blog. Each blog's URL, the categories go to a 404 page. And any ideas about WordPress blog help? Thanks. Okay, well, you know, I don't know how we could answer that on this call. We'd have to kind of look in the back end of your website, Jenny. Um, that might be something that you probably want to outsource. And you could probably get that fixed for really cheap, and just go to Elance and post a job saying exactly that problem. And you could actually search, let me go here, search contractors, and you can search, let's see here, like WordPress blog. Okay. So here's all these guys that are, PHP web design. I mean, this he's from India, but if you get the right person, you could probably get that fixed, Jenny, for 25 to $50, literally, and they could fix all that for you. I don't know what to tell you, because I'd have to look into it, and we don't have that time to do that right now. But hopefully that helps, Jenny, and also, um, now that you bring that up, Jenny, we didn't get to you last week and we felt bad. So, Jenny has had a question. She's made big changes to her website header. Please take a look. So we wanted to look at your header, Jenny, before we move on to any more of the questions. But hopefully that helps with those 404 page errors. I would suggest you do what we just told you. So here's Jenny's website, Green Women's Store. and so she wanted us to. She's made a lot of changes to her header, which I'm guessing is right here that you're talking about. I really like this new items weekly. That really got my attention. So I really like that. I love how you have your phone number here. That is awesome. Fair trade, green, and women made. As long as that's talking to your market and they know what that means, then I think that's really good. So I really like what you're doing here, where every purchase feels good, safe for our families and our environment, empowering consumers and women entrepreneurs. I think that's really good.
I
The
like
only
that, but I think it runs together. You almost need to break that up a little bit. This is where
Yeah,
every purchase feels good, safe for our families and our environment. It's all it sounds like one sentence, but it's actually three separate things. Um, Maybe some commas or something in there to break that up a little bit.
yeah, yeah. But I really like that. The only thing that I think you're missing, Jenny, is a call to action. And this is really important for all the in copywriting they call it a CTA, call to action. I think what a call to action is, and I'm sure most of you understand that, is you need to ask them to do something. So you're telling them all, some really good things right here, but you almost need something right here that says, you know, choose one of the items below to start your ordering process. I just came up that's not the right thing, but you almost need some kind of call to action, like start your green home today and click on one of the items below to start shopping. See how there's a call to action, like click on one of the items below to start shopping or something. And maybe that's all it needs to be, is a big nice red right here. Click on one of the items below to start shopping. See, that's a great call to action. I just think it
Yeah.
needs something there to get them to start looking at the products. Okay. But other than that, I think other than kind of fixing this a little bit with what Scott said, I think it looks really good. And you have some more room here too, where you could add something, another call to action that they can click on, or something up here where they can, you know, see the item of the week or something. I think that would be cool up here. The item of the week, click here to see it. So just another way to get them involved and get them to start looking at the products. So we saw that, Jenny, and we missed you last week, so we wanted to make sure. If you have any more questions about what we talked about, Jenny, then let us know. Um, we got a lot more things coming. Brenny says, send Jenny my email and I can send her info on a video training that handles all of that for under $50. Oh, cool. So Brenny's is talking about fixing those 404 errors. So actually, Brenny, if you're on are you on the Facebook group? If you are, then why don't you just post that on the Facebook group? And for those of you that aren't on the Facebook group, make sure you join. Um, Go on to Facebook and just type in Business Fundamental Fridays, and it's a group, and you have to ask to join, and then we'll add you to the group. And then Brenny, you can put that here, okay? And also and thank you, Brenny, for helping Jenny out on that. But come back. It looks like you are a member because you're right here, and I wanted to actually talk about this because Brenny wanted everybody to see her opt-in page, and I went and checked it out um, the other day, and I thought it was awesome. I thought it was simple and to the point, and you got this opt-in area here, but it says Brenny Larson presents clear, clutter, and organize your home office. Create an action plan, be more productive, make more money, reduce stress. I thought that was really good. Scott, what do you think? I thought this was a really good headline. Um, and then you got this call
Yeah.
to action: get your free gifts, get access now. There's a call to action here. I thought it was really good. Scott, what do you think?
Yeah, I like it. You might want to split test with and without an image
Yeah,
here.
that's funny that you said that because I thought that too. What Scott's saying is you might want an image of a messy desk area and then a clean one, so kind of before and after, or an image of yourself. It wasn't it. I think what we're saying
It,
here is it's not very
it needs some
personal.
yeah,
Pers-
personal touch. Like
yeah, and you could put your image
so,
down here of you. Connect with me. Put your image if you want to. You might not be keen in doing that, but
it just seems like they need a human that they can relate to, some kind of an image of a person, and because it just seems cold. Just doesn't seem. That's the only thing. There's nothing I can relate to there. No picture or something that I can say, oh yeah, that's my house or that's my problem or
yeah,
hey, look at that nice person that she must be an expert or something like that.
exactly. But Brenny overall, I think it's awesome. So for everybody that wants to go and check it out, it's at brennylarson.com. And any other questions you have, Brenny, just let us know. It's looking really good. I think if you just put a little bit more personal touch to it, that'll really help. Brenny says I will post it. It's a short webinar training on WordPress blog and static website. Great support too. Okay, so that's awesome. So thanks, Brenny, for posting that. Jenny, she's going to be posting that in the Facebook, so you can go there and look. Uh, and Jenny says yes. Thanks for a good example of outsourcing. Thanks for looking at my website too. Awesome. You're welcome, guys. Okay, and Caroline for the Green Women's Store, she says click here as a call to action. Click here to get 10% off, and have it go to a page. Probably, I guess, is what Caroline's saying. Go to a page where they can learn how to get 10% off. And the thing is, you'll need another call to action on that page too, or have them do something. So thanks for that, Caroline. Um, let's see.
Jenny
Jared,
says that Brenny can go to iStock Photo. There's actually a couple different stock photo places you can go to get images if you don't have one
yeah,
that
I
you can
think
put on that
I
website.
iStock Photos is one of our favorites. Does anybody else have any that you would want to share that you guys like? But we use iStock Photo a lot. It's a little bit expensive, but they've got a lot of stuff. So yeah, that's great. Let's go back up to the top. Just make sure we're not skipping anybody. Margaret Reese says, I think you have to know a little bit about technology before you can judge whether the expert is doing a good job. True. That's very true. I guess what Margaret's talking about is outsourcing. Yeah, you have to know a little bit. Really, though, you just have to know what you want, I think. If you know what you want, then you can get the person that you're outsourcing it to do what you want, and then you'll be happy. So you might not have to know, like, I don't know anything about video editing. I don't know a single thing about it, but I know what I want. And then I ask Jason and I give him examples of what I want, and then he does it. And then when he gets it right, then I'm happy. So, but that's a good point. You do want to know a little bit about, really mostly about what you want. So thanks, Margaret. Let's see. So Brenny's talking about her website. Her first launch is August 8th. So good luck with that, Brenny. You're doing awesome. And I outsourced to a web designer. Smartest move ever. So she outsourced to a web designer, took off so much stress and time. Affiliate software question. So now she has a question about affiliate software. Is all tracking in one's shopping cart? Um, I'm not sure what you mean, Brenny.
So she must be using one shopping cart for
Yeah,
her shopping
yeah.
cart.
And if you are using one shopping cart, and what Brenny's talking about is an affiliate program. When people buy her product, if people join her affiliate program and share their links, then they'll get a commission. And one shopping cart, yes, it's all in there and it's all tracked in there. You'll just have to configure it how you want and how much you're going to pay out. But hopefully that answers that. But it is all in there, and they have videos and stuff. We don't use one shopping cart, but um, I know Kelly does, and so next week, Brenny, if you have more questions about one shopping cart, Kelly can help out with that. Um, Caroline says, "Wow, could do a week on blogging and SEO." Yeah, definitely. We could definitely spend a lot of time on blogging and SEO. Okay. Caroline suggests use WordPress SEO plugin by Yoast. That's a great plugin. So, this is going back to James's question about blogging and search engine optimization. The WordPress SEO plugin by Yoast, it's Yoast, and you can just go to Google and search for that, and you'll see that. And install you just install that. And again, if you don't know how to install a plugin, then go hire somebody for 25 bucks to do it for you. It's pretty simple, but and there's
Or
lots
you
of
can
videos
probably,
on
yeah, videos, I
yeah,
was gonna say.
there's lots of videos on YouTube about how to do that, but I would definitely suggest, like Caroline's saying, is using a WordPress SEO plugin, and that's going to help as well, as long as you're using it. And what you'll probably want to do is, if you do install one, then go look for some videos on YouTube about how to use it correctly. There's probably tons of free videos out there on YouTube on how to um, do blogging and SEO. Roby says, or Robbie, sorry, Robbie, not sure exactly how to say that, but SEOmoz.org is a great place to learn SEO. Yeah, SEO Moz, I definitely trust them as well. So SEOmoz.org, SEO Moz. So here I'll put it in because SEOmoz.org is a great way. Okay, thanks, Robbie. Okay, Scott, do you see any others that you wanted to?
I did want to make a comment about how easy it is to find resources and how willing people are to share online. I went to somebody's house the other day and they learned how to play the guitar. And I didn't know they played the guitar, and I'm like, "Where did you learn that?" And they told me that they went to YouTube. They learned how to play guitar watching YouTube videos.
Yeah,
I thought that was so funny. So there's tons and tons of free content out there if you just go look for it. That and a lot of people are willing to help other people.
yeah, exactly. Margaret Reese has a question. If you are blogging, how often should you be posting? And this question has come up before, and it's a great question. There is, and the funny thing is, there is no right answer, really, um, because it really depends on how much you can and how consistent you're going to be. But to be successful with blogging, I personally believe it should be every day. I mean, if you really want to make it blogging and get a lot of traffic with blogs, you should be posting some sort of content to help out your target market every day. But that's not feasible for everybody, and I understand that. So then I would say, okay, if that's not feasible, then at least once a week. At least once a week. And if that's not feasible, then at least once a month. But so Margaret, there's really no answer. But with anything in life, the more you do it and the more you practice and the more you're doing something, the more rewards are going to come and the more results that you're going to get. So the more you do it, the more results you're going to get. So that's really
Yeah,
the answer to the question.
I would agree with that. I mean, it basically comes down to what strategies are you going to use to get traffic? If blogging
Yeah,
is your main strategy, you want to do it every day.
exactly.
Um, so
Yeah. So hopefully that helps, Margaret. Kevin Mack says, how important do you think having a phone number and live help on an e-commerce store is? Essential in our eyes.
yeah,
I think Scott
huge.
would agree.
Yeah.
If you guys, if you go to Trust Factor, and some of you might already have our book, but Scott and I, we co-authored a book called The Trust Factor: 7 Strategies to Convert Your Online Visitors into Lifetime Customers. Okay, and you can download the ebook version for free. And in that book, we teach a lot about building trust online. And for an e commerce store, I think having a phone number and live help is essential to its success. We've seen it over and over again. We use live help. So if you go, for example, to one of our websites, let's just go to TrustGuard quick, you're going to see over on the left hand side live chat. So the people can do live chat with an agent. And so at the office right now, Alicia is there, and she's our customer support agent. She's our full time, and she is there to answer the live chat and then create ticket. They can just quickly create a ticket or see all the FAQ answers. So and this is one of our products that you're seeing here, Rhino Support, which we're going to be launching in August or September. Really big. It's out there, but it's just kind of beta. And anyways, so te- we suggest that you definitely have a phone number and definitely have some way that your customers can contact you. So that's a great
Right.
question, Scott. Go ahead.
If you can't, if you don't have the ability to have somebody there for live chat, you can do what we did on the Trust Factor site. Go back there. We don't man this every day, so we just have the same technology, but it just creates a ticket, and so they can submit ticket
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
and then we have our
And
phone number at the bottom, so they can
yeah, and
call
just
us.
different ways that they can contact us. But more and more these days, it's essential that you build trust with people, visitors coming to your website, because people have been, part of my language, screwed over so many times online, and people are just so hesitant, and so they need ways that they can trust you. And that's when we go back to Brenny's. That's why we suggested having a picture of her down here, or a picture of somebody, having something so that they feel like they can trust you, like you're actually somebody that can help them. Okay? So that was a great question. And again, this book is free, and you can just put your name and email, and then you can download the book for absolutely free. And it is available on Amazon.com as well. So you can buy the physical book, but this is just the ebook that you get for free. So hopefully that helped. Sandra says, I am having problems with Google Apps verifying our URL. I'm not exactly sure what that means, Sandra. Um, what Google Apps you're talking about, or if it's, you know, so if you could be a little bit more specific, Sandra, that would help. Um, Barry Rack said, if you don't mind, tell James that I posted information about an upcoming blogging workshop in the Facebook group. I posted it on June 9th, so you'll have to scroll down. Oh, thanks, Barry. I think I remember you sharing that. We scroll down. If you go to the Business Fundamental Fridays Facebook group, let me find Barry. Oh, here it is, Barry Rack. Okay, there it is. So it's a blogging workshop in that you can go and take a look at. So thanks Barry for helping James out and those that are interested to learn more about blogging. Um,
That's why it's cool to have a community like this, so you can, because we didn't know about that, but obviously
exactly.
there's a lot of people that need that. So Barry knew about it. Now we all know about it.
Yeah. So Margaret, going back to the things like iStock, Margaret likes Shutterstock. Um, Caroline likes 123. Can you write that again, Caroline? Because I accidentally got rid of it.
123RF.
Is that
I haven't heard of that one
123rf.com?
before.
So 123rf.com. Okay, yeah, I've never heard of
Hmm.
that either. Thanks. Um, Daryl says Google Images. Yeah, you can search Google Images. You just have to make sure that you can use them. VLIC gearbox on right. I don't know what that is. Advanced search. Look at bottom for commercial use. Okay. I'm not sure, Daryl, exactly what you mean. Um, so if we go to google.com and we search images, so if you can search the images there, I guess if you do advanced search, so let's just do cars.
So you mean the little gear shifter thing over here?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is what he's talking about. So this over here. and then advanced search. Oh, user rights. Okay. Okay, so and then if you get, I guess, free to use, share, or modify, free to use, share, modify, even commercially. Okay, so you'd probably want to do that, and then you can search that way. That's a great tip.
Oh yeah,
Really
I
good.
didn't know you could do that. That's
Yeah,
really good.
so thank you, Daryl. See, that's why we do this. So again, what we did is we went to google.com, okay, and you just search cars, okay, and then if you go over to images, go over to images, and then see this little guy over here, and then advanced search. You can do all these words and that, and then scroll down, usage rights, and then go for any of these, free to use or share, really of any of these, then you can use those. That's awesome. Thanks, Daryl. Okay. Caroline says, I love your book cover. I guess she's talking about the trust factor. Thank you, Caroline. Summer says, love the trust factor opt-in page and book cover design. Did you outsource these on Elance? No, we didn't. We have in-house designers and programmers, and so they did it for us. And
But what we did
so,
do though, sorry, we wanted something fit real to be on the cover, so we found these dice things that had letters on them from iStock
yeah,
Photo, and so we did get that image from iStock Photo, and then our designers in-house put that together.
yeah. So no, but we could have. So Summer, we could have gone to Elance and got the same design all done. Um, but we have in-house programmers and designers, so we have the luxury of having that. But so thanks for asking that question. Sandra says, I'm trying to set a domain email. It said my domain name is not verified. Trying to set a domain email.
Oh,
Sandra,
she had the
from the
Google Apps
Google
question.
Apps, yeah. So um, I still am not sure where. Are you in Google Webmaster Tools, or like the only thing I could suggest, Sandra, is finding out what you have to do to get your domain name verified. And a lot of times Google will give you a code that you have to put on your homepage or something. We're still not exactly sure what you're trying to do, but if I'm guessing right, you're just going to have to follow the steps on what you need to do to get your domain name verified. And usually Google gives you
Look,
some code
Margaret.
to do that.
Looks like Margaret might have that same problem right below that there, Garrett.
Okay, Google says, or Margaret says, Google asks you to upload a code to your website that confirms you own it. Yeah, that's what I was talking about exactly, Margaret. I cannot figure out how to do it successfully either. Even following their instructions did not get anywhere, so I cannot prove that I own my website. Okay. Sandra, I'm guessing that might be your same issue. Okay, so I don't know how I can show you guys how to do that, but I know what you're talking about. So, Google Webmaster. It's usually in Google Webmaster Tools where you have to do this. Um, and so I'll just quickly show you guys. Let's see, I'm going to have to. So everybody that's watching understands what they're talking about. So usually you'll add a site, and then they're going to ask you to, let me see if I have one that I haven't verified or changed or something. So verify the site. So I'm guessing that's what you guys are talking about in somewhere. So they give you a recommended method, alternate methods. Okay. So what you have to do is you have to take this and paste it in the heading of your website. Now, I can't tell you where that is because I don't know what website you're talking about. Is it a blog? But you got to find a way to go to the home page of your website and paste this code. And then once you have and saved it to your website, then you have to come back and click verify. So Now
There's a
there,
link there, Garrett, that says show me an example. Did you see that? Click.
yeah,
I don't know if that.
yeah. So in the HTML, you're gonna have to put it in between the heading. Now there are alternative methods. If you click alternative methods, you can they'll give you uh, an HTML file that you just upload via FTP, meaning file transfer protocol, and there's tons of YouTube videos about that. So you can download an HTML file and upload it to your website. You can use your Google Analytics account that way if if that works. Um, Bottom line is you might have to outsource that if you can't figure that out, because I don't have a way to show you on your website, Margaret and Sandra. Um, Now, that's probably talking about what Margaret was talking about. And Sandra's saying it's generally found in the header.html. Right, it is. So, but that depending on if you're using WordPress or your own. Um, Jenny says the Google domain verification is very difficult. I needed my tech support, my host, to figure it out. I can't get to the head and body code because I use a shop site template. Jenny. Okay,
Mm.
so yeah, there's different things that might make it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes there are limitations if you're using a third-party website generator or WordPress. Carolyn says there's often a place in the theme that you can do it.
Yeah.
So,
Brenny says my web guy is awesome, and I will post his link to the BFF site. He did all of this for me and very reasonable. Okay, so that's it. Hiring a web guy and what Brenny's saying is she helped her put that whole website together. She says he's very reasonable in price. Now a lot of those guys can help you out within minutes, and so Margaret says she tried both methods without success. The problem is I have a WordPress website. Okay, let me help you then quickly, and for some of you guys that are watching, this might help as well. So let's go to helpkidsinkenya.com. So you log into the back end of your WordPress, okay, Margaret, and hopefully you might have to go back and watch the replay. But then what you do is you go to Appearance, okay, Appearance, and then Editor, Appearance, Editor, and then what Sandra was saying is then you need to find header, header.php, okay, header, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take this code, copy it, and scroll down until you find head, okay, there's the head, and then place it right there under head, and then hit update file. Then come back here and hit verify, and you might have to come back and verify a couple times before Google will find it. I don't know if that helps, Margaret, but what I did is I logged in, went to Appearance, Editor, found the header.php, and entered it that way. Sandra says, is there any way to
Garrett,
go to Google for tech support? Good luck. I would never go to Google for tech support.
yeah, I don't.
You'll never
Hey,
get through.
Garrett,
Yeah, I can hear you.
your audio is really fuzzy, dude.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, then go ahead.
Okay. Um, yeah, I don't know if you caught what he said at the end there. Somebody asked or Sandra asked if there was a way to contact Google and have them fix the problem. Like Garrett said, that's nearly impossible to get a hold of somebody there. So the best thing to do is just hire a programmer and just take care of that way. Let's see. Yeah, so it looks like everybody else's comments we've talked about as far as this code area here, and hopefully that helps you with what Garrett just showed you, putting that in. Looks like don't forget. Carolyn says don't forget to do that WordPress security update. So I guess I'm not big into WordPress. Garrett usually does that, or one of our programmers here. But I'm guessing Carolyn, there was a security update that for WordPress that needs to be done. So Margaret says thanks in advance to anyone who can refer a good programmer. I think we mentioned had a couple people offer. Brenny offered to put the name of for a programmer on here. So are you gonna, Brenny? Are you gonna put that um, in Facebook? Just let us know if you're gonna do that so that Margaret can see it. That's pretty much everything else we've gotten here. Any other questions? Oh yeah, she says yes. Okay, so she'll put that in the Facebook area for you.
Can you hear me okay now?
She said it's still fuzzy. I don't know why.
Okay, it's all right.
I mean, we can hear you, but it's just got like a little fuzziness in the background. Jenny asks, where is the security update in WordPress? Garrett, do you know anything about that?
Yeah, it's on the screen right now. So what?
Okay, oh, that sounds better.
Okay, so when you log in, then just hit dashboard and updates. So I think what Caroline's talking about is that we need to update. So you just hit update now, and usually it'll all go through fine. It's so now we're updated. I guess there was a security update. Anyways, um, so thanks. Caroline says if anyone needs software to make book covers, Laughing Bird is handy and it's free. It's like if you like their Facebook page. You can post that on the Facebook group because I'm not sure what you're talking about, Caroline. Um, Bob says you may want to back up your WordPress database before updating. Definitely. Um, I should have updated the or backed up the database. So that's great. Um, so Jenny, hopefully that helps. You just go when you log into your backend dashboard and updates is where you go for that. Brenny says the guy that she's talking about is an expert in WordPress and OptimizePress, and OptimizePress is awesome. Um, OptimizePress is really just a theme for WordPress that makes pages like the one that we showed you with Brenny, making opt-in pages and sales pages. So it might not work for everybody. It probably won't work for somebody that's doing like e-commerce or selling products, but it'll definitely work for somebody who wants to build like sales pages and opt-in pages. Sandra,
Yeah, go ahead.
she's asking, was the Laughing Book for book covers? I think it was, Sandra. Um, okay, guys, any other questions? And we'll be um, ending here soon if you guys don't have any other questions. But we hopefully some of the things we showed you guys today has helped. The funny thing is we do these and we do the teaching moment, and the questions usually kind of coincide with the teaching moment, which is awesome. We've talked about a lot of technology today, so that's good.
Yeah, and like Garrett said, a big problem, people just get paralyzed because they don't think they know what to do. And the best thing you can do is just take some kind of an action.
Yeah, whether
There's
it's searching online for the answer or outsourcing it to somebody to do it.
Right, and there's been times where we've taken the best, made a decision based on the best information we had at the time, and we run with it, and then later we find a better solution, and we just switch over to that solution, and we just improve. It's a constant improvement in business. So even if you make the wrong decision the first time, it's better than not doing anything. And then typically, when you come up with something better, you can replace it, and that just improves everything.
Exactly. So, if you guys have any other questions, let us know. Something's wrong here.
Margaret Reese says, talking to other people struggling with the same problem has helped me more than anything.
Yeah.
And that's true. I mean, that's one of the reasons why we want to do this is we don't have all the answers to everything, but we have a lot of experience. I mean, I've been doing stuff on the internet since 1997, and so I've probably run into the problem somewhere along the way, but I'm not an expert in everything. I don't know very much about WordPress or social media because Garrett does. So I just let him do all that stuff. But between us, he knows a lot of things I don't know, and the things we don't know, somebody that's in the group knows. And so together, we can overcome things we don't know, and we can at least point people in the right direction so that they can take an action and get moving. Thanks,
Exactly.
Margaret, for that comment.
Yeah, that's so true. And the other thing too is talking to other people. Forums are a great place to learn. That's one thing I should have added to the slideshow is forums. If you go to certain forums, they can really help out with technology. So, for example, like let's say you just go to, you know, website forum. So you've got all these webmaster forums. You can go on to these webmaster forums and ask a question, and you'll probably get tons of answers because there's a lot of these guys that sit on these forums and just answer questions all day long. So that's another tip we suggest. I'm trying to find that video for the video editor, and I can't exactly remember where it is, but I'm gonna try and look for it here for you guys. Sandra says that is why I have a partner. She knows what I don't. Exactly, you can. That's a great thing. Finding partners that can help you out that way. Oh, where is this? Oh, here it is. Okay, I'm gonna send you guys a link here. I knew I had it somewhere. So I'm gonna send this to everybody. Um, Let me know if you didn't get it, but it's that link that I just sent out. Let me put it up here for the people watching the replay. Outstandingventures.com/EVP. Let's see, question mark seed equals video tips. Okay. Now in this, so you're going to need to watch the video. And in the video, I think we give Jason's contact information. Okay. And this is just a video tip we show about using a green screen. And again, in it, we give Jason's, and I think Brenny or Jenny or somebody was asking about how to get a hold of Jason. So that's how.
You know what, Garrett, ironically, this is a great example of taking action with technology too, because when we first did this, we knew we wanted to make videos, help videos, but we had no idea how to do it. And so we just went out, we found a green screen kit online,
Yep.
and we bought it. And then we bought a Kodak ZI-8 HD video camera
Mm-hmm.
for $100, and that was our first camera, and we managed to pull off some pretty cool videos with just a limited budget and limited technology because we were just goofing around, but it ended up that we made a lot of videos that way.
Yeah,
um,
that's a
and
great
since
point.
then we've upgraded our technology and things, and our videos are a lot better, but we started and we took an action, and we did some cool things.
Yeah, exactly. We
So
had no idea. We just started, like Scott said, doing something, and we started choosing something. And the thing that drives me nuts, I see a lot of people that we've coached or people that we've met that never get their website up, never finish because they're so stuck on, what should I use? What camera should I use? And so they're so worried about the camera that they never actually start shooting videos. So going back to the teaching moment, just take action, outsource it, find somebody that knows what they're talking about, and then that's going to help you. So that's the video to get Jason's contact information, and he does all our video editing, and he's awesome. So I think that's it for the questions. Oh wait, we might have one more. Okay, Bob says it's better to do something bad than to do nothing. Exactly. Exactly. You might as well fail fast, is what a lot of people say.
Yeah.
So awesome. Thanks, everybody. We appreciate you being here. Next week, let's see here. We got the next BFF webinar is next Friday, July 6th at 1 p.m. Eastern. Just Ask. It's the only way, taught by Kelly. So we'll see you guys next week. Caroline says, awesome. Thanks. Bob says, thanks. We appreciate you guys. We ask you to go to helpkidsinkenya.com and see what you guys can do to help us reach our goal of 100,000 meals. $1 equals 30 meals. Again, if you just go and you click on this boy, and the video will play and you'll learn more. It's a video um, that will help you guys out. Lazarus says thanks. Oh, Lazarus, good to see you, buddy. Brenny says we'll post on fan page. Brenny says
Awesome.
you guys rock. Thanks for the knowledge. Aubrey says great 411. Thanks Audrey. Sorry, Audrey. We'd love to hear some questions from you. Jenny says very helpful as always. Thanks, guys. We really appreciate you guys coming. We'll see you next week.
Take care.